Bit chillier today. Winter is heading towards us, so I haven't been uploading very much recently. Been incredibly busy at work and family stuff, but I'm still chipping away. I'm still here. So where we at today? We are trying to still mess around with this domed inner wing. A lot easier if I just turn the camera around, show you what the plan is, and see how we get on. I've got an hour or two today. I don't expect to really have too much fitted, but it is what it is. So we got to here, and this is just literally a single clamp on there. Now looking at things a bit more closely, I need to, oh, you can't see anything as normal. Can I sort that out? Well, that didn't help, did it? There you go. I need to bend this sort of bit of metal here around a little bit, so then that sort of flush with what I'm going to end up welding onto. Again, on the other side, I did the flat part first. I kind of wish I'd done that this time, but again, not much I can do about it. So it's going to take quite a lot of effort to get it back. It's falling to pieces. So yeah, I've got to clamp it all here, push that back. It was quite a challenge over on that side, but I've got some good metal there. Actually, this needs to come off anyway, so let's there you go. So this bit here I need to bend back a little bit, just there actually. It's not too bad. Did you see that? Yeah, you did there. And then around here I probably need to bash that around a little bit. End of the box section I'm going to leave. So I think the plan would be to sort of tack weld along the bottom, plug weld along the bottom, up the side to about here, and then I can tackle this area and then weld it together. That's the plan anyway. So there we go. I've got an exciting, this is pathetic. I did need to warn you. So I bought a new welding mask, because that one there was £11, and it's not very good, to be honest with you. You can't see much out of it. If you can see, like, the vision box is really quite small. So I bought, but don't laugh at me. Oh yeah, demon poker clown thing. I mean, oh yeah, that is me, isn't it? That is so me. It's unbelievable. If I just bought the same thing, just rebadged, but no, I haven't, thank goodness. That's a bit bigger. Yeah, it is different. I have tried it on. It was a little bit more pricey. It's got some half decent head clamps on there. This one flops around and pulls what little hair I've got. It's got no padding on there or anything. It's not very nice. So I can always use it as spare. I won't be chucking it. That isn't exciting news, by the way. I have exciting news. I don't know when I will announce it. I don't think today. So, messing around with this. That's the plan for today. I'll bring the camera in every now and then. I'm not going to do tons and tons of filming. I just don't think it's needed. To get a bit brutal. So I cut the bumper tube back. That was causing problems. Clamped it quite nice along the bottom here. Pulled that in. Happy. Not happy. So, excuse me. As you can see, it's lined up nicely through there. Funny little quirky detail with this. I don't know if it's meant to be like it. I assume it is. That you can see here the flat wing gets folded around. This all gets sort of bent back, which means for the time being, this has got to tuck behind there. If I'm going to try and push this back, I'm not really going to be able to do that. So got two choices. I can bend it out, I guess, but that's a bit of an effort, especially if it's all going to be replaced anyway. Or I cut it out, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm still got that bolt position there. I've got this bolt position. I've got this bolt position. So I've still got, I can triangulate the panel. What doesn't help as well, oh goodness, we're back here again, sorry, there you go. It's quite a big gap there, you can see. There's a, like a, I think I call it kidney scuttle plate. Oh, I can't remember what they call it. There's this bit of metal, and then there's the piece of metal that you can see on the outside. It's not the same piece of metal. So when I cut this back, you'll be able to see the back of it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. A nice, neat, just follow it around and bring it. I mean, it's going to disintegrate down here anyway. There's nothing left, just dust. So yeah, bits of cutting out. I mean, so far the panel itself seems to be decent and good alignment. So don't see why I can't just use that as, you know, the basis for getting the rest on. It's all about, as far as I'm concerned, pushing that domed inner wing back, getting it in line. I can still check the alignment by running, you know, a flat edge through there. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to cut a bit out, mess around, then maybe you'll see it all clamped into place. Maybe you won't. Maybe you see a pile of dust. Set the tripod up. Let's see if we can peel some crust off together. Wow, you guys are so lucky. Peeling crust off together. What a wonderful channel you've chosen to watch. Right. Yeah, I mean, is it hot still? Got to pop my gloves on. I think this is just going to be a matter of yanking it off, to be honest with you. Oh, I mean, you can see there's literally, there's nothing keeping that on, was there? I think, oh look, that's good. Let's quickly cut that bit off. Oh. Right. I mean, it's pretty knackered, isn't it? Very tired, like me, except it's a lot older than me. So now we can get a better look at what I was talking about with regards to the second panel. So there's the back of the sort of kidney-shaped part, if you like. That you can get panels for that, but I'm just going to repair that from the inside. It's a lot easier. So now, kind of the only thing really keeping it in place is the end of the old box section, isn't it? Now I'm not going to cut that off, but I think it's falling off, isn't it? So maybe I will just take the end off of it. Oh, I think it's doing it itself. Anyway, so I'll probably need to trim this back a bit as well. See, I can't, well, maybe I can. So this side's a lot worse than the other side, and as far as I'm taking more of this flat inner wing off, so I've actually got an opportunity now to repair this sort of scuttly plate from this side, which I didn't do on the other side. Maybe that's what I do. I think that is what I do. So I'll do a nice, I think my line will be sort of, well, it's going to have to be like that, isn't it? I'm not going to cut the whole thing off. I then start interfering with, well, I don't know. I'm thinking too far ahead. Let's try and get this in place for today. Maybe get a few spot welds in. And then, well, no, that's the thing, isn't it? We're close to getting a flat part in. Right, stop rambling. This is boring. I'm going to mess around with this and show how much rust I'm dealing with. It's awful. Look at all that. Let's see if we can. Let's turn the music on up. Yeah, mean, I think I established a long time ago that this was definitely the right thing to do, but goodness me. So what I'm doing, funny enough, is just cutting out the old flat end there. Just going to push it all back in and then see what our alignment's like. But I just thought I'd show you what we're dealing with. It's remarkable how much rust appears once you start looking for it. You know, from the outside a few years ago, this really didn't look too bad, but it was. I've taken the domed in wing off, cut all the grot out, and goodness me, get a much better idea of what we're dealing with. I still think I'll be able to salvage the floor pan, hopefully. I've got a new box sill and I've got a new... Oh, you can't see anything, I'm so sorry. I've got a new box sill, got a new... Oh, I don't know what you call these things. Floor extension, box lower thingy. Anyway, I've got that bit and I've got that bit. The floor itself doesn't look too terrible. So hopefully we can salvage that. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I think I'm going to get the domed inner wing back on now. This is sort of flush enough. There's a lot of previous welding here. I don't want to take too much meat out of that, if you like, because it'd be quite nice to weld onto that. So I think we're in quite a close position to think about tacking things on again, which is kind of cool. I'm pleased with that. I think I need to bend this part over maybe a little bit, but we'll see. Who do we have here? Who do we have here helping out? Jet, is that you? You come to and do some inspections? Very good. Well, I could do some more help. Oh! What's this? It's a Phoebe. You've come to help as well. Thank you. Well, you're not being much help, but you're being very, very... Oh, goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Anyway. This is a bit of a git. Clamp, 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 clamp. It'll get there. I've just got to bend that up. I'm sort of working my way around like this. I don't know. I've cut a bit more out here. This was horrible, by the way, up here. Really nasty inside there and inside there. But I've kept this part here just so that I've got a bit of profile. Obviously it's going to come out, but I'd like to clamp it all into place as best I can. Maybe I'll be able to get a little weld in there actually, just there, just to hold the back of it up. That's not a bad idea. So yeah, messing around. Dogs aren't being very helpful, unfortunately. They're not very good at welding or holding clamps. Jet, are you any good at mechanics? No, but Phoebe's very good at sitting with me, so that's nice. He is a rascal. If you look at my early videos, he was a teeny puppy, and now look at him. Getting on for 17 months now, aren't you? Anyway, lots and lots of bashing and hitting and what have you, and I think I've got it where I need it to start tacking in place. So I'm not overly worried about this big gap here. This has been welded and worked on a lot in the past. Sorry. So it's going to be a little bit out. This lines through quite nicely when I finally get to clamp that up. Again, that will clamp through. I've managed to get the line up here. I've got a massive clamp, as you can see, holding it all together up there. And as I come around, this line here is very nice. Oh, there. As it comes through. Now I'm just bashing this. You can see there's a gap there still. Around here. That's light coming through. I need to sort all that out. But to start with, I think I'm going to do a couple of plug welds here and hit just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to hold that in place for the time being. And then I can start hitting this, and a couple through here. And then I can start hitting this properly, because it's obviously very much handmade inner wing. Tolerances weren't great at the factory. Tolerances are even worse now because it's been, you know, this car's been built several times now, so this is really a bit of a wing and a prayer and a bash and make it fit the situation, and we're getting there. So I think I've got to, once that's welded in, I can clamp this up more, I can hit it, I can bend it to where I need it, I can push it out, I can bring it in a bit, I can move it around. But I think to begin with, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and maybe 2 there. I've got really good connection there actually. So 1, 2 to there, I think. And that's probably all I'm going to do today. Then the next time is going to be smashing it around here. Let's stand up so you can see. Ugh. Sorry, there we are. So got it quite tight in round there. That can be tighter, and it will be when it's done. Oh, I didn't realise there was such a massive gap there. Oh, I'm glad I did stand up. Crikey, why is that so bufty? I haven't got a clamp on, that's why. Well, that won't help, will it? So let's put a clamp on there. Been looking for that. And then on the inside, let's have a look. So this is the gap that I'm trying to make up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to entirely bend that around. I might be actually. But you can see, if I get a couple of welds up here from the other side, then I can at least have a go at pushing that around and whacking it and heating it and stuff. Let's clamp this up. See, I can't believe the size of that gap. I mean, I honestly thought these were pretty good. Oh, quick inspection. Mind yourself on there, darling. You're sharp. Oh, helpful. What a helpful place to just suddenly stand. Oh, yeah. Just have a quick sniff of some exhaust ports. Good idea. Jack, what are you up to? Oh, you're chewing the vintage cushion. No, okay. I've got things to do, guys. So next thing will probably be... Right, so there we go. I'm going to drill a couple of holes here, put a couple of spots in there and there. And I think I'm going to struggle to put a spot in. I call them spots. I know they're plugs, but I'm going to struggle to get one along the bottom there. That bottom panel tie plate, I think it's called. Engine tie plate, maybe. Yeah, not particularly in line. I can't push it down because I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. If you sort of profile this through, if I was to try and clamp it onto there, it'd be pretty good. If I start pushing it down to a line with here, I think I'll be making a mistake. So the hole lines up quite nicely here. Well, that's beaten up a little bit on the inside. So yeah, I mean, get just a couple of welds in, hold it in place, and that's all I'm going to do today. And then the next video will be smashing it around even more and getting other things done. So there we go. Shall I video welding? No, I won't bother. Maybe next. I'm really pleased with that. That new mask is great, despite the stupid pictures. I can actually see better. That's held really nicely. Not going anywhere. Not the neatest, but holding. So now I'm quite looking forward to sorting that corner out, bashing that in, and pummeling away at this bit, clamping that together. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Got my mojo back, maybe. That's good. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. So we'll mess around with the bottom part next time. And I imagine after that, we'll then tackle the flat inner wing and all the bits and pieces that are sorted out with that. And then we'll move into quite literally a shitbox, isn't it? So that's the plan. Thank you very much. I don't know when I'll be videoing next. Like I say, work is bonkers at the moment. So I will squeeze something in when I can. Anyway, thank you so much.